I just got my new guitar. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's a Godin guitar and I just love it. I'm going to leave a link in the description below if you want to go see the Godin guitar. You might be impressed by the beautiful guitar they have. My name is Uriel, and in this video we are continuing exploring the A minor pentatonic scale with the aid of my sliding ruler for the guitar. That's the only tool in the market that allows you to see all the scales on all the keys all over the fretboard. You can get it by clicking on the link below to go to Amazon or on my website. So today we are going to explore the G minor position. And it's very important that you learned the content of the previous video because it is the continuation of this learning process. So you can directly go back to the first video by clicking on the picture on top here or go to the link in the description below. So what we're going to learn today is how to play the A minor pentatonic scale on the G minor position and how to link it to the E minor position that we already learned. And also we're going to learn how to make a bend and how to make a vibrato. That will be mostly of the content of this video. So stay tuned and take your guitar. The G minor position is called so because the first root of this shape, this green shape, is located on the G string. So you've got the A root on the second fret of the G string. As you can see, the G minor position shares two roots with the E minor position. So on the G string we have the A root and the C note. So we're going to practice this movement with the metronome at 60 beats per minute. And you've got a metronome into your description to practice over and over again this movement. Don't forget to keep your index finger well pressed on the second fret. Leave it there and just lift your pinky up and down on the fifth fret. Good. So now let's go down to the B string. And on the B string, we're going to do something new that we didn't see in the first video, which is press with the major finger on the third fret of the B string, which is the D note. And with the pinky, we're going to go up and down on the E note. It might be a little bit difficult at the beginning because we don't have much strength on our pinky, but the strength will come over time. So let's go with the metronome. Very good. Lastly, we've got the high E string where we're going to do exactly the same thing. Press on the third fret of the E string and we have here the G note and with the pinky the A note, which is of course another root of our shapes. Great! So now we've got everything we need to practice the whole scale, and we're going to start on our first root on the G string. We are going down the strings, up the strings, and down again to get back to our first A root on the third string. So let's practice that on the metronome. So that's all for today. You're going to practice it until you master it. What I suggest is that you go slowly at first in order for your muscle to memorize the movement. So at first, practice with the metronome until it becomes easy. And then skip notes, skip strings, and start singing the notes. You don't have to be a singer to sing the note. Just listen to the notes and make the same sound with your voice. It's just a better integration of your knowledge of the sounds you're making with your guitar. It's a good habit to start with the metronome, but after a while, it's good to leave the metronome away and just feel the music and play something that you like at the speed that you like. You don't have to follow a specific tempo when you're creating. Just feel it, go with the inspiration of the moment. So great, congratulations. We already learned the first part of this course. The next part, we'll see it tomorrow. So have a good night, sleep, practice until then, and see you tomorrow morning. Bye. I hope you had a good practice yesterday, but you might need to practice more to master this movement. So take your time, and when you feel ready, let's move on. So today we are going to see how to link the G minor position to the E minor position that we already seen in the previous video. But before that, we're gonna learn two important techniques, which are the vibrato and the bend. The vibrato is a movement moving the string up and down to make it vibrate, to make it more alive. I started to learn guitar on a classical guitar, and on a classical guitar the vibrato is done by moving the finger left and right. But on electric guitar we tend to move the string up and down by making a rotation of the wrist. If you want to see a real master in vibrato, let's look at B.B. King.
Trail is gone.
Impressive, isn't it? So before we get to that mastery of the vibrato, we've got some practice to do. Anyway, let's do it the best we can. And let's do a vibrato on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, the G string. You can make your vibrato by rotating up first or down first. Doesn't make any much difference, but do it the way it's easier for you. When I play, I tend to go down, but other guitarists would tend to make the movement up. Alright, So now let's do the vibrato with our ring finger on the 7th fret of the G string, which is a D note. Okay, the second technique is the bend. So the bend is to move up or down the string to bring it to a higher pitch. So for instance, here we have a D note and we might want to bring it to an E note by bending the string from here to here. And you can do it with any finger also. The ring finger tend to be easier because you have the help of the middle finger. So we've seen in the previous video how to slide from the C note to the D note to the E note to come back to the A minor scale on the E minor position. So let's learn how to slide from the G minor position to the E minor position by sliding on every string. So instead of using our major finger to start as we did when doing our scale, we're gonna start with the index finger. So let's put our index finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string and slide it to the A note, and we are back to the E minor position. Okay, so here is the G minor position as we have learned it so far. But for the slide, we're going to start with the index finger. On the A string, we're going to go on the C note, sliding to the D note, and we're back to the A minor position. Also, we can use our ring finger to slide from one position to the other, starting with the index finger on the C note, then with the ring finger on the D note, and slide it to the E note. Okay. Great. So now let's go on our D string, and this time we are in the same position as we were in the beginning for the G minor position. Here with our index finger on the E note, we're going to slide to the G note and get back to our E minor position. Very good. Now the next string is the G string, and here we have the A note going to the C note. So the next one we already know, it's moving from the D note to the E note. All right, and the last one is the high E string where we move from the G note to the A note. So that's it for today. We cover a lot of material. So practice those two shapes and go slowly, repeat often. Repetition is the key. So you have to repeat until you get it. So see you in the next video where we'll add another shape and we'll link them all together. Have fun, have a good practice, and be well. To take advantage of this tutorial, you need to get the ruler, the sliding ruler for the guitar. You can get it on Amazon or on my website by clicking in the link below. So get it today. Also, I'm gonna have many bonuses on my website. You can have access to them by putting your name and your email address in the contact form of my website. The link is below. And don't forget to like this video before you leave and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. And let me not forget to thank my dear friend Senu John Shola Seido from Nigeria for his constant and relentless support to my videos. Thank you, John.